so number one, 57 plus A is B4. So number one, 57 plus A is B4. First off, I'd write them vertically. I don't know about you, but it's easier for me to think about adding, subtracting vertically. So I took the sideways problem and I wrote it vertically. So 57 plus A is B4. They're basically saying to me, what's the A and what's the B? Now the A and the B are just some number. It's like a variable, like X and Y. But it's A and B. They just want me to figure out, this is normal, this is base 10, just normal. Normal adding, base 10, but they're playing hide the digit, basically. They want me to figure out what is the missing number. So what does A have to be here? 7 plus what ends up being a 4 after the carry? Yeah, what's it got to be? It's got to be 7. This has got to be 7. I don't know where to write it. It's got to be 7 there, doesn't it? Because 7 and 7 would be 14. Remember, we're just in normal base 10 again. How do you know you're in normal base 10? They didn't write something like 6 or 3 or 8 or 12. There's nothing written there, so we assume base 10. Does that make sense? Is that good on that? So if they haven't written anything foreign down here, then you know you're in the normal base 10 system. Okay, 5 and 1. So the B must be 6. So A was 7, B was 6. Not too tricky, right? Good. I'm going to move on to a harder one, if you're good with that. So there's just a bunch of these. Okay, so there's number 4. We're in homework, whatever it is, number 4 now. So give it a try. Let me let you do it. See if you can figure out what A, B, C, and D are. Just by thinking about adding, carrying, and all that. Second. Okay, so what's A? Am I racing ahead of you? Yeah, 9 and 6 makes 15. Good so far. Next column. What are these all going to add up to be? 12. So you carry the 1, D must be 2. Next column, how can you have 5 and 1 and B, so 6 and B, somehow make it carry 3? Yeah, this has got to be 7, doesn't it? Because 6 and 7 makes 13. So this has got to be a 1. Got it. Good. Just makes you think carefully about the carrying and the adding on that. Good. Questions on that? See how that went through? That was you can always watch the YouTube later. I know it just kind of happens and it's over. But okay, so now we're going to do the same thing, like figure out the missing digit. Now we're in a foreign base, so that's harder. So we're in base 4, notice. So whenever we carry, we're going to carry 4, aren't we? Just give it a try. See if you can figure out what A, B, and C are. What's A got to be? A's got to be 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. Right? We good? Right, 0 plus 2 is 2. Try the next column. B is what? We're a base 4 system, so we're never going to see a 4 or bigger. Right? In the base 4 system, you're never going to see a 4 or bigger. So, how are you going to get 3 and something and get a 0? Yeah. Right? Because what do you got to make? Because it's carried is what it's done. See if this is 1. 3 and 1 is 4. And what do you do when you hit 4 in the base 4 system? You carry away the 4, right? It'd make 4, but you carry away the 4, and there's none left. Want me to say that again? The b has to be 1, because 3 and 1 makes 4, but you're in the base 4 system, anytime you hit 4 or more, you don't write 4. You carry. Right? And so when you carry the 4 away, there's none left. That making sense? Can you do the next one? 1, 1, and 3. Remember, you're in the base 4 system. So 1, 1, and 3 makes 5. That we know. But what do you do when you get 5 at first? Can't have 5. Carry away the 1 which represents 4, leaving 1 left over. Because you carried away 4 from the 5. And so the C is just 1, the B is 1. We already knew B was 1, and A is 0.
So that's always going to be the same, right? It's the same letter, but it's going to be the same.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, this B's got to be whatever he is everywhere. He can't be like a 1 somewhere and a 2 somewhere else. Right on. Exactly. Yeah, so really we already knew that, huh? Yeah. We could have said B, we already know B is 1. That's right. Yeah. And turns out C is the same thing. It's also a 1. That's just coincidence. Is that good? Little harder there. All right. In base 12. All the carrying is carrying 12. First one, in case looks like you guys are off and rolling okay, but just in case. So 2 and 6 is 8. 8 and what will somehow have a 3 left over. Clearly something's carried, but how are you going to have a 3 left over? How can you have 8 and something carry, clearly, and have 3 left over? Now think about the carry. We're in the base 12. There must be a carry. There just must be. There's nowhere you can add 8 and get down to 3 unless you carried, right? So we carried. So when you carry in this problem, how much do you carry? 12. We're in the base 12 system. So 8 and something have to add up to 12 and 3 more because you're carrying away 12. Must be 15. Did you track with all that? This had to be 15 originally. How do I know? Because then when I carried 1, that took away 12 and left the 3, you see? It was 3 above the base amount, wasn't it? That's why there were 3 left over. How about that? That's another way to see it. There were 3 left over because there was 3 above the base amount, above 12. When 12 was carried away, 3 were left over. So there must have been 15 at first, right? So what must B be? 8 and what makes 15? 7. B must be 7. Everybody tracking with me? See that first step? So 2 and 6 and 7, that adds up to 15. 15, carry away 12, remove 12, left over 3. Try the next column. All right, let's add them up. 7 and 1 and 6, what's that? 14 plus A comes out to be 7. You know what'll help you? Add 12 to this 7. 19. Why? Why am I adding 12? Because I know something was carried. Something must have been carried, and you always carry 12, right? So what it was before the carry, just add 12. It was 19 before the carry. You tracking with me? See how I do that? Just like we added 12 last time. See, whenever you're looking at a number that's the leftover when things have been carried, you want to find out what it was before the carry, add 12. Add your base amount. Right? Because that's how much you carry away. So this 7, add 12 was a 19, and 12 was carried away, leaving 7. So it was a 19. So how do I get these to make 19? Well, that's 8 and 6 is 14. 14 and what makes 19? 5. A must be 5. Because that makes 19. Carry away 12. Leaves you 7. I'm running out of time. Last column. 9 and 1 is 10. 19. 19 is what? Carry away 12. Leave 7. So this is a 1. That's 19. Is that too quick? Well, we're kind of out of time. All right. So I'm going to stop.